everyone, and welcome to Traylon Talks, where I sit down and read stories that go along with the theme. These stories will range from Reddit, personal stories, and more. So grab a snack, get comfy, and let's dive into these crazy stories. I hope you enjoy. Today's theme is a special one for the holiday. It's going to be Easter themed. Whether you celebrate or not, I think that these are going to be some funny, silly, lighthearted stories that we can all laugh together about. Story number 1 is titled, "Do you have any Easter stories? ? Here, let me start. My wife had a long shift last night and didn't get to bed until like 2 a.m. I also had a long day and was exhausted. First child 3 is up at 5 a.m. for the Easter bunny loot, and second child 7 comes out, wife gets up for a bit, and we do the thing, and she gets back to bed. I only lay on the couch for a while, and our kids are playing, and I sleepily doze off, ... to screaming. I am jolted from sleep to what the fuck is going on in 0.1 seconds. As I'm making my way to the commotion, I pause in the kitchen because I think I see cat puke all over the floor. Great. I don't have time to deal with this and continue running. I get to the bedroom door where our eldest thought she trapped herself in the computer room and panicked, hence the screaming. A little bit of JFC in my thoughts, but whatever. She's okay, and the crisis is over. Phew. Now back to the kitchen debacle. I noticed our youngest is standing in the kitchen where I think the cat puke is, but the thing is, I now realize it's not cat puke because she doesn't have a diaper on. Turds. Little turds all over the kitchen floor, and some mushed into the carpet where I stepped on them, and she has also been stepping on them and picking them up, and it's all over her legs and hands. Our youngest pulled off her diaper at some point while I was on the couch. My wife comes running out and says, "Oh my God, are you serious?" I responded with, "Happy Easter, honey." The comments are pretty funny too. The first one goes, "I gave my kids Peeps for the first time this year. 4-year-old licked one, squinted, and said, no thank you. 2-year-old watched her, then licked one, then took a huge bite, and then started laughing like a maniac with his mouth full until he hawked a huge slobbery mouthful of marshmallow slime on the floor. Then he came back for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Those all ended up in slime piles too. Finally exacerbated, I threw all the Peeps in the garbage. Easter." Next comment reads, "Sounds like a you seeing this shit moment?" Underrated comment. Top comment in my opinion. The next one reads, "I feed my 15-month-old some of the chocolate Easter egg, and she liked it so much she bit through the tinfoil of the other one I was holding in my hand. I didn't notice until I looked down and saw a slobbery quarter egg missing." And then next, "I plan on taking my 10-month-old and 2-year-old to an Easter egg hunt on Saturday with my husband. My husband apparently didn't realize that he had to get up in order to do this. So I spent 45 minutes getting the kids ready in the car, feeding them breakfast while he sleeps. After I wake him up twice, he finally gets up 5 minutes after we were supposed to leave. We get to the Easter egg hunt right after our age group ended. I was so mad. That hurts." She follows up that saying, "Found out today the eggs I did weren't all hard-boiled. Some of them hadn't quite finished. I must have not been paying too much attention. My husband took some of them to work, ... The last comment reads, "My son is leaving plastic eggs everywhere on the floor. I've almost died 5 times today slipping on the darn things." Our next story is titled, "Funny Easter Story. Mother-in-law gave me a basket full of things that I am allergic to. No advice wanted. If you read my past posts, you know my mother-in-law despises me. She'll do any little thing to jab at me, and this one had me dying of laughter. So I'm mildly allergic to peanuts. Just get a painful rash around my mouth and neck if I eat them. Never gone into anaphylactic shock, thankfully, and I'm lactose intolerant. My mother-in-law knows both of these facts. Yesterday, she dropped off some Easter baskets on our doorstep. My husband's basket had a card and a gas card and some special candies that he likes. Mine had Reese's peanut butter cups, a Nesquik chocolate milk, roasted almonds, and some chocolate-covered peanut clusters. I pulled everything out and just laughed. My husband just shook his head. Today, she called him to ask how we liked our baskets. He says, "Do you not remember that OP is allergic to peanuts?" And she goes, "Oh, is she?" in the most fake voice ever. I can't help but laugh. How ridiculous that she took the time to put together and spend money on an entire basket I can't eat, and that my husband won't either, to keep it safe. I'm going to have my husband just bring it all to my grandpa's when he drops off the groceries this weekend. At least someone will eat them. Hope everyone had a wonderful Easter if you celebrate. Otherwise, I hope everyone is staying safe and healthy. She sounds like a sweet person. The next story is titled, Am I the asshole for telling my coworker off because I refuse to work on Easter because she has kids? I, 23 female, and my coworker ages range from 25 to 42. The backstory here, I work in an upscale hotel in California, and if you ever worked at a hotel, you would know that one person can run the front desk on the night shift and is comfortable with being there by themselves, minus concierge. I'm the only one with 0 kids, and I'm the youngest. I'm also not from California, and I live out here by myself for school. Okay, so this particular morning, everyone was working the morning shift to help out, and they were discussing who would work Easter, of course. My coworkers were stating that I have small children and I'm spending the day with my children. I didn't comment because I knew for sure that I wasn't working because I had worked Christmas of my own free will, and who wouldn't want to see their kid open gifts Santa brought them? Easter is a whole different situation in my opinion. Fast forward a day later, and one of my coworkers, 32 female, found out that she would be scheduled to work on Easter, and she did not like that. She went to our manager's office and she was there for about 5 to 8 minutes. I already knew where this conversation was about to go. She proceeds to ask me, could you work my shift on Easter so I could? Before she could even finish her sentence, because I already knew what she was about to ask, I politely declined and said, no, because I have plans that day. This is where the story turns. She takes what I said and completely blew it out of proportion, saying, you don't even have kids, so you don't know what it feels like to spend time with the life that you created, blah, 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 blah. And as mothers, we sacrifice a lot. In reality, we just want to be with our kids. Like, girl, you work 7 to 3, Monday through Friday. Them kids at school. I'm still trying to remain calm, so I say, I covered not only Christmas, but Thanksgiving as well. So you guys should spend time with your family then. And only 2 people on our team told me thank you. This lady looks me dead in the face. We shouldn't have to thank you for doing what's right. I guess the other 2 ladies... I guess she wanted the other 2 ladies to agree with her, but we were all just looking at her like, girl, what? She continued in saying things like, what plans could you possibly have when you have no family out here? Well, I'm not coming in that day and you're going to have to. My response was, we will see. She continues, so finally had enough and said, just because I don't lay on my back, or in your case, in the back of a car to have children, doesn't mean I don't have things going on in my life. She got really mad at the comment, like extremely mad, lol. She reported me to HR and it became a whole thing. I could feel the tension from my other coworkers, so I stated to them, I'm not undermining the fact that you guys are mothers and miss out on things with your kids because of responsibilities. But just because I am not a mother doesn't mean I need my schedule made and revolving around you guys and what you have to do with your kids. That's so stupid and unfair. I spoke to my mom and closest coworker about this, and they both said along the same thing. You're kind of not wrong, but your delivery and what I said was. My mom also stated, you don't know how it feels like to sacrifice a lot until you've actually become a mother yourself. I value my mom's opinion, but I kind of don't agree with her on that. But she's right. I'm not a parent, so I'm the asshole. And then there's an edit. I did apologize to my coworkers if my comment did upset them. Now I apologize to any mother reading my post. If my comment to that lady upset you guys, my comment to her was strictly made directly to her because she always talks about how her firstborn was conceived. Literally a direct blow towards her. So personal. I see some comments stating I shouldn't have said it, but at the moment I was angry. It's only so many times I can politely say no. It's only so many times I can let you scream in my face and say rude things to me. I'm going to give my take on this one. I do not think you're the asshole. I think you could have handled it better. You hit her pretty low. You hit her pretty hard. But, I mean, you're right. You said it yourself. There's only so many times you can politely say no. You know, you don't have to revolve your life around her. You guys are coworkers. I mean, I understand asking for a favor if she wanted you to cover her shift, but she needs to get over herself on this fact. I do have a couple more bonus stories that I don't have time to read because the video is only going to be about 10 minutes long. But I do thank you all for listening, and let me know if you like this type of content. And if you do, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, turn on that little notification bell if you want to see more content from me. I'm going to be trying harder and more often to put stuff out, and I really hope you guys have a happy Easter. Thank you. Bye.